It's our last visit to Happy Valley for the season on Wednesday night. 6:35 the first, so slightly earlier. One thing that's not different, Paul Lally's here for the selections on the B course. And in the first, which is a Class 5, it is over the 1,000 metres. We have Happy Tango with a £7 claim at the top of the book. King Invincible's been a roarer his last two starts. Plentiful and Philos have both been back to the trials. Jazz Club and Noble One come back from 1,400 metre races last time. We've got Goodmanship, who ran on a wet track last time and is a horse that's placed a couple of times course and distance, and easy too. He was on the all-weather on the weekend and he ran second. He's certainly improved at his last couple, but pace here coming from Happy Tango. Multimore, you think, will tuck in, Paul?
Yeah, look, Plentiful led last time and showed really good speed. It was first up after a while, so from a wide draw, I think they'll just keep pushing on with him. Happy Tango's got the apprentice claim, so he's likely to lead as well. Philos was first out of the gates last time, but did ease a little bit after that. As you say, Multimore there. Looks a little bit tricky for August Moon from his draw.
We don't need to look at much to find the winner of this race, because we've seen some replays throughout the previews, Paul, but not sure we've had this many come out of a race before backing up.
No, all of them basically. Happy Tango is the one I think can win this race. The thing with Happy Tango is he's a really well-rated horse now. He's drawn barrier 1. He's got Alice Wong aboard to take that £7 off. His last win was off 32. He's at a 39 rating now, but did run second in this race. And he has won off 50 in the past. So from barrier 1, I just think he'll be off and gone in the front. He'll get some sort of pressure from Plentiful, who did drop out there as well. So I think he can win.
He's the first one. And our second and final replay is Jazz Club, who dead heats for fourth in this, and Noble One seventh. Now, Jazz Club's been all over the place with distances recently, and now he's back to 1,000 this week. He
has run well down the straight 1,000 before. One of his better runs was down the straight 1,000. He keeps running fourth, this horse. So he's shown a little model of consistency in his last 3 starts. He's in the right grade. He's drawn nicely in barrier 5. So, look, I'm going to put him in on the minor line, Jazz Club. I think he can he can run pretty well. So, you know, as you say, what's his ride distance? I don't think we know at this stage. And
Harry Bentley rides him for Manfred Mann this week. The only one we haven't seen is Prestige Moochie. We'll cut you off at the pass. You're not tipping him?
No. No, he's not in Prestige Moochie, but we've seen the other 4, and we're going to start off here with Happy Tango, well rated. I'm going to put Easy 2 in. Did we see Easy 2? No, yes, we did, because he was in there as well.
Yes, settle down.
Yeah, okay. So Easy 2 goes in, drawn well, barrier 3. Last 2 runs have been good. Multimore should be just behind the leaders, and Jazz Club we just talked about. 1, 12, 8 and 6.
It's a win for Ellis Wong and Me Choi for Paul in the first at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. More Class 5 racing for race number 2, but we jump from the 1,000 to the 1,800 metres for this one, and a running boy on the class drop has the blinkers on. Tiger and Gold, Fruity Warrior and Harry's Hero also dropping in class. Turtle Again's won course and distance off a rating of 31. Splendid Star, no tongue tie for him. Sunny Baby's a 2-time course and distance winner, and Cassin Legend is a last start winner. And he goes up an extra £4 for it. And Volcanus leads. Paul, he's been a busy horse lately.
There's no leader in this race at all, but I thought Volcanus could, because he has led on one occasion. That was 2 starts ago. He is up to the 1,800 metres for the first time, and Me Choi is pretty positive with his runners. I thought he could go the front from barrier 6. Running Boy had a really tough run last time, but I think he can get across from barrier 7. Fruity Warrior might be a little bit closer with Hugh Bowman aboard from barrier 5. Sunny Baby should get a nice run, and Ninja Derby was a little bit handier at his last start.
We have winning form in our first replay. Casa Legend took him 25 to win 1, Paul, and this was over at Shartin, of course, over the 1,600 metres. Rain-affected track. Comes up with barrier number 12 as he looks for back-to-back victories.
Yes, I think he's going to have to go back. Barrier 12, as you mentioned. Can he win again? I'm not so sure. Looking at his... he's only been a Happy Valley twice, to be fair to the horse, and has been placed one of those 2 times. But, look, I left him out.
He was slow out of the gates this day, and he beat Smart Beauty, who
did come out and win, to be fair.
Yeah, but it's going to be tricky from the wider draw. with slightly extra weight on his back. Go, go, go. Is he going to go, go, go and finally win one this week?
He's been knocking on the door, hasn't he? And he looks like he's ready to win. So, look, I think he can win this race. Zach Purton's sticking with him. Back to the 1800 metres looks good for him. Chris So's horses have been going really well at the moment. So, look, he came up to win the race. He just couldn't get past Arthur's Kingdom, but stayed on really nicely here over the 2200 metres. I think back to 18 looks good.
Placed his last 4 has go, go, go. Ninja Derby, there's been some money for him at his last couple of starts. This was better. It was over the 1650 running second, and Keen Unity's raced over the 2200 metres since then. Yeah,
like we saw Keen Unity in that earlier replay with him running on a little bit. That's what he seems to do. He just gets back and running on. Look, Ninja Derby's got the lightweight. He's on a rating of 30 here. Drawn nicely in barrier number 3. Thought the second was good, hit the line strongly over 1650, so 1800 looks good for him.
But go, go, go gets his chance.
Yeah, I think he will. He's going to go on top, go, go, go. We'll put him on top, Zach Purton's mount to beat. Fruity Warrior, I thought he could get a nice run just in behind. Ninja Derby and Running Boy should get a nice, better run than he did last time. He's also been downgraded with blinkers on for the first time. 7, 3, 12 and 1.
So Paul, all with go, go, go as the play. Race 2, number 7. A third race is over the 1650 metres, and we go up in grade to Class 4. City Thunder, he goes the other way because he comes down in grade. Durham Star is first up after having some surgery to both for fetlock. Solar Go-Go has the blinkers off and is now with Benno Jung. Atomic Beauty's a 2-time course and distance winner, as is Super Baby. Gallant Crown is a 5-time course and distance winner. Brave Witness is knocking on the door. Matsu Victor, 6-day backup, 2nd-time blinker. Zach Purton gets aboard also. Super Baby loves to lead, Paul, but so does Cordyceps 1.
Yeah, so there'll be a bit of pressure in this race. Gallant Crown likes to go forward as well. He's the one that's drawn the widest, so he might just have to work to get across outside Super Baby. While all this is happening, I thought Brave Witness will get that perfect run, as well Atomic Beauty. City Thunder's a downgrader, winning steps, gets back, and Turin Warrior might have to go all the way to the back.
We're going back 4 starts ago for Cordyceps 1. He has disappointed since this race, but this was also the last time we saw Brave Witness racing on the turf. He's had 2 starts since for a 2nd and a 5th, both on the all-weather. Bit like go, go, go. He's slamming the door down for a win too.
Yeah, I quite like Brave Witness in this. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 1, so I think it's an ideal position for him. Cordyceps 1 set up some really slow sectionals in this race, and he just ran away with it. So he was entitled to sprint off the front. He's not going to be able to get that, I don't think, with these other horses in the race.
He's also in our next replay is Cordyceps 1 running 8th. This was 1800 metres, so the trip was something that he didn't take to. Winning Steps he's run on strongly for 2nd. Would you prefer him over further though?
Yeah, I would, but look, he's only had the 1 start over the 1650, so we can't really write him off because of just the 1 run. He is by Piero, which suggests that he is a bit of a stay. I like the way he finished off strongly here. I'm going to put him in on a minor line because he is in a bit of form, and he did win 4 starts ago at Charlton, although that was the 2,000 metres.
That is Winning Steps. Durham Star, as mentioned, has been off the track with an injury. He's only had the 2 trials. Runs 4th in this one behind Patch of Watch, but he has won first up in the past.
Yeah, he's won fresh, so that's something to take note of there for sure. Barrier number 6 for him, but I thought the trial was just okay. I was happy just to watch him here on his in this particular run. But look, you can see him. He was sort of got to the outside. He finished off nicely enough. He wasn't put under too much pressure, to be fair to the horse, but we'll see what he can do here, Fresher.
We'll leave him till later in the campaign. Durham Star. Brave Witness, though, gets his opportunity.
I think he does, yeah. Look, he's on top. He's got barrier number 1, so he should get that perfect run just in behind the pace. As will Atomic Beauty. He's drawn 4, and he's been very consistent. He won 4 starts ago with a couple of placings after that. Winning Steps we talked about. And one that should be up to about 50 to 1 is City Thunder. He's by Star Spangled Banner. He comes up to 1650 for the first time. He's also been downgraded, and he's also having his first start at a Happy Valley. So there's a lot of sort of changes for City Thunder. His work's been okay, and I just wanted to put him in on a minor line. 11, 6, 7 and 1.
And that is the preview for race number 3. It doubles as the first leg of the early treble. Race 4 is a Class 4 and it is over the 1200 metres. Bowser makes his Happy Valley debut, but he has trialled at the track. Ernest Feeling has winning form, goes up £7 for it. Amazing Ace placed 2 starts ago, then had blood in the track here last time. Harold Wynn comes to the Valley for his first start. Side Hero's a 2-time course and distance winner. Sky Blue has the blinkers going back on. Wood on Fire's won 7. Golden Champion placed last time, but has struggled in a couple of trials since. And Lucky Planet's placed 2 from 3 over the 1200 metres around the Valley. And also from his good draw, Paul will have the speed to lead.
Yeah, I think he will. Look, Wood on Fire can come across and join him. Circuit 10 likes to go forward but drawn wide. Harold Wynn, he's been blessed with another good draw in Barrier 4. He should get his opportunity here at Happy Valley. Sky Blue, Valhalla, Amazing Ace, and then back to these horses that get back. Bowser, another one coming to Happy Valley for the first time, but has drawn wide.
We go straight to Andrea now. He's aboard once again, Harold Wynn. Andrea, Harold Wynn lightly raced, but his first win doesn't look far away, does it?
For sure, yeah. He's been very consistent from his first start. He's obviously had 3 runs and he ran 3 good races. I thought he ran a very good race the last day. It was a little bit unlucky. He had the blinkers for the first time. We had a good draw, and which ended up being a bit too good of a draw. I couldn't really get out when I wanted to, but he finished off quite nicely. And tomorrow at first time at Happy Valley with a decent draw again. Actually, he's been quite lucky with draws, so we've got a nice draw again tomorrow night. So hopefully, he can get the job done.
On that, you've got no concerns getting around the smaller track with him?
I don't think so. He's quite. He's not the biggest. He's very well put together. One thing I would say, maybe the shorter straight might suit him a little bit more. Is the penny hasn't quite dropped for him yet. It just seems like a Chatin, when I pulled him out a few times in the middle of the track, he has a bit of a think. That's why they put the blinkers on, and I'm hoping shorter straight, less time to think about it. Hopefully we can get the job done.
And at Happy Valley, there's less chance of getting held up on the inside because they sling off that turn, so the inside run hopefully will be there for you this time.
I think so. Like I said, we've got a nice draw. There's a little bit of pace in the race. Might not be a lot of pace, but he's had enough runs now that we should be able to, be pretty prominent and he deserved to get his head in front. And obviously tomorrow is his last chance before the end of the season, and hopefully he can get it.
If we interviewed you 87 meetings ago and said you were sitting on 48 wins for the season at this time, would you have been a happier Andrea Atzeni?
For sure, yeah. Like I said, when I first came, I wasn't expecting anything because I didn't know what to expect, and it was all new to me. But if it wasn't for the support from the trainers and the owners I've had all the way through the season, I wouldn't got to where I got, and to get to 48 winners before the end of the season. And it'd be nice to get to 50. I know 2 more winners doesn't sound a lot, but can't get is a lot. So if we can get to 50 or more by Sunday, it will be great. But happy overall with the season, and like I said, without the support, I wouldn't be where I am now.
You've got 1 ride for Pierre tomorrow night, but numerous for Francis, so he might put you on plenty if you can get him to the lead in the premiership tomorrow night too.
Well, I've been very lucky that Pierre and Francis, they supported me plenty. Like Pierre supported me pretty much all the way through the season. I'm not quite sure how many wins I've been for Pierre, but we've done pretty well together. And Francis has been supporting me for the last 5-6 months. So I wish him all the very best. And he's obviously very tight. There's a good chance he might go to the last year of the season, and you're going to make it interesting. And another two good people to ride for.
There he is, Andrea Atzeni. Great first season back in Hong Kong, 48 winners. On we go, Paul, to the old boy, Wood on Fire. He has shown a couple of times lately there might be another win left in him. Could it be in this race, or Harold Wynn just is likely to get too good a run? I
thought he'd get the better run, Harold Wynn. He's drawn 9. That's just the query for Wood on Fire. He's put in a couple of shockers earlier in the season, this horse, but then he has bounced back. This 4th behind Packing Hermite, who'll race on the weekend, wasn't too bad. So his form's been a little bit up and down, has Wood on Fire. Look, I left him out then.
Ernest Feeling has winning form. He had a great start to the season, then he went off, and then all of a sudden he's bounced right back here. Golden Champion, he's run 2nd in this race, but as mentioned, those trials have been disappointing since. Are you putting this win down to the wet track? Yeah,
I am a little bit. I thought the run of Golden Champion in particular was the wet track. But look, he did win nice enough for Ernest Feeling, and he's had a good season. Jamie Richards has done really well with this horse because he couldn't win earlier on, and he's managed to get a few wins out of him. But he didn't go in in it.
All right, so the last two are out. We know Harold wins in. We better find out who goes in second, third, fourth.
Yeah, Harold win on top here. I think it's a nice race here for him, and he comes out of some pretty strong form races as well. I'm going to put Side Hero in there for second. He's drawn well, barrier 5 for Ben Thompson, and he finished off strongly last time behind One for All. Yoda's Choice has been consistent. I thought Lucky Planet will get his chance too with the light weight and the good draw, and he can put himself right on the pace. 4, 5, 10, 12.
And that is the preview for race number 4, the first leg of Wednesday night 6 Up. Race number 5 now, and we're going to look closely at what is a 1200 metre class 4 with Joy coming on the class drop. Conti has the cheek pieces on for the first time. Camino's returned in great fashion. Fantastic Choice normally goes forward. We've got Alps Affection, who's having his Happy Valley debut. Giant Leapers on the improve. Jolly Companion has the cheek pieces going back on, and Great Achiever wears blinkers once again. Who do we find in front here, Paul?
Fantastic Choice. He likes to lead. He's gone forward and led in most of his starts this season. Prime Mortar can get a nice trail. Giant Leap put himself on the pace last time. Jolly Companion can go forward. I think he'll try and get outside the leader. Joy Coming is downgraded, but he's got barrier 9 to contend with. Run Cool, Great Achiever, blinkers back on, but last time he wore them, he did over-race a little bit in those blinkers. Back to Conti, Romantic Novelist and Smart Leader.
We start with Great Achiever. Benno's been slowly building him up at distances, so much so he ran over 1650 last time and ran 5th. Then threw that all out the window and brought him back to 1200 this week.
With blinkers on. Yeah, I don't get that. That was the thing with that, because when he did wear the blinkers last time, he did over-race a little bit. So, look, you can see him finishing off really strong. He's by Savabeel, so, you know, he should be racing over 1650, 1800, I thought. So I left him out.
Too short for Great Achiever. Camino must be in, mustn't he, after... This has been a great training performance to get him back, win first up, back it up with a really tough third.
Yeah, as long as it hasn't been taken out of him. He was 3-4 wide the whole way, this horse, over the 1200, and he stayed on really nicely. He drew 10. He's drawn barrier 5 in this, and he was entitled to drop right out, but he just kept going, and I really like the way he sort of fought to the line. He's quite a likeable horse with his 2 starts this season, so yeah, I quite like him here coming up on Wednesday night.
There is a Camino. Now, Prime Mortar's only had 3 starts for Tony Cruz. His turf ones have been good. Had blood in the track here on the all-weather. Draws 1. Angus Chung takes a claim.
He's going to get the perfect run, so look, he goes in for me as well. Prime Mortar, you can see him down there on the inside. We saw Wood on Fire. He's racing in the race previously, but it was a nice run from him. As you say, he's only had the 2 starts. He's hit the line strongly. He'll get every opportunity from barrier 1, so he's a good chance.
On the improve also is Giant Leap, and he's drawn alongside Prime Mortar in barrier number 2. Stays at the 1200 metres, but switches across to Happy Valley for the first time. No trials, but he's got form behind Parterre, the Wanabe, winning gold, full credit in his last 4.
Yeah, so that looks really good form. And there's Harold Wynn on the inside there as well. So look, this horse, he goes in. I think he's the biggest danger to Camino is Giant Leap. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 2. He looks like he's going to appreciate Happy Valley as well, just by his style. So he's a good chance.
In Parterre, who won that race, has a very good record in Class 4 too, and was able to pinch it from the front. Camino gets it done on the backup.
Yeah, 5 to beat 9 here. I think Camino can win this race to beat Giant Leap. Prime Mortar. I'm going to put Jolly Companion in. He'll need a bit of luck from his wide draw, but has been finishing off his races quite nicely, and if he can get across, then he'll get his opportunity. Cheek pieces will go back on him. He has run 4th in his last 2 starts. 5, 9, 2, 10.
There is Paul's selections for race number 5, the first leg of the Triple Trio. Highest grade race of the night is race number 6. It's a Class 2 over the 1650 metres. Elaine Feeling at the top of the book. Tomodachi Kokoro goes up in trip. Outgate is a last start winner. Chilchibi, he's a 3-time course and distance winner. Chiron Mascot, Vincent Ho rides for Pierre Ong. Woodfire Bro And Universal Horizon down the bottom, like the two above them, both come into Class 2. Tomodachi Kokoro, the leader, Paul.
Should lead. He leads over sprint distances. He's up to 1650 for the first time. Woodfire Bro comes to Happy Valley for the first time. I thought he'd get a nice trail. Yellowfin goes forward. Our Gate goes forward. Helene Feeling, Universal Horizon, back to Turin Mascot, and the other three get back.
Keith Young is our man ahead of race number 6, talking Woodfire Bro. Keith, back on Woodfire Bro this week. He's a horse that must always give his best for you.
Yes, he is. He's a very easy and straightforward horse to ride and always give you his best in the straight.
One thing he hasn't had this season is much luck with the draws until this week, and you've got a great draw in one.
Exactly, and I think the barrier one in the Happy Valley and the lightweight is going to help him a lot. And remember, the beginning of the season, he's racing against some really good horses. So, as the problem is only only the first time in racing in Happy Valley, and there's a bit of concern. But he is super quiet, he's calm, he's easy to ride, and I hope that it's not going to be a problem for him.
And he has no issue down on the rail if you do get barried away, because this season he's been wide from his draws, but crowded around horses, no problem?
No, he does. He's very easy horse to ride. So he's happy to race around horses, and the draw is going to help him a lot. And with barrier one, he can just race along with the fence. And
on yourself, it's been a pretty good season. You and Chris So have made quite a team.
Yes, thanks to the owners, and Chris has been giving me a lot of support and putting me on some really decent horses. So hoping the luck continues next season.
Keith Young there on Woodfire Bro. We don't really need to go any further, Paul, because he's going to be your selection, but we will, and start with Tomodachi Kokoro, who went one very cheeky race last time at Sha Tin over 1400.
Yeah, I didn't know if he would get the 1400 by Written Tycoon out of a Fastnet Rock mare, but look, he got it okay, and he's up now to 1650. He's going to get pressure. That's the only thing that worried me with Yellowfin in the race, and also Outgate. But look, he almost pinched it in front here. It was a massive price too, Tomodachi Kokoro. I'm just a little bit worried about the distance for him, though. He was on the cusp. Look, if he wins, fair play to him, but I didn't put him in the end.
Yeah, no one over the 1650 or anything close. That's the closest he's been to 1650 so far. Outgate, interesting win this. He looked gone coming up to the turn, and they rode him with cover with so much pace in this race. We also have Helene Feeling and Chill Chibi. We'll talk more about Yellowfin shortly.
Yeah, so look, I think both Helene Feeling and Chill Chibi meet Outgate a lot better in the weights, and Outgate's drawn wide, and he's going to have to try and get across with Yellowfin in the race, and also with Tomodachi Kokoro. So I don't mind these two. Look, Chill Chibi he was definitely going better earlier in the season, there's no question, but he's showing he's back to a little bit of that form now.
Outgate up 11 pounds on his back for that win too. Now here's some all-weather form, because Adderfield makes a rarish turf appearance. Yellowfin has raced well at Happy Valley previously, as we just saw in that replay.
Yeah, of the two, definitely Yellowfin. Look, Adderfield, he's a maiden on the turf, and his last time he raced on the turf, he was off a 46 rating. He's now rated 89, so he keeps winning on the all-weather, and as such, it just makes him harder and harder to win on the turf. He's a lot better as an all-weather horse, but he's running out of options there, so they've got no choice. But I think back on the turf, Yellowfin's a better prospect.
And the second horse better than the winner in that race, simply because of what is underfoot. Who do you like to win, though?
I'm going to go with a horse at a bit of a price here, hopefully, and that is Woodfire Bro. Drawn nicely, barrier one with a light weight. First time at Happy Valley, but very honest horse. Yellowfin, Chill Chibi and Helene Feeling. 9, 6, 5 and 1.
Paul's each-way play for Wednesday night. Keith Young, Michael Cheng combined with Woodfire Bro. And race number 7 now. The preview time for this one. It is a Class 4 over the 1200. Bulb Emperor on the class drop. Prince of Porty, cheek pieces off blinkers on first time. Lean Master goes up £7 for his last start second and a senior rider. Charity for All, 2 trials since his last start. Give Me 5 plays 2 from 3, course and distance. Happy Horse was scratched when he was supposed to race last time due to a lame left 4. And we've got Lapras with the cheek pieces going back on. Happy Horse, the leader, Paul, but it'll be a suss over the 1200 perhaps.
Yeah, look, yeah, exactly. It's just the last 200 for him, but Lean Master likes to go forward as well. He's speedy. Campfire led at his last start. Lapras. Prince of Porty, he's been mixing his races. He goes forwards and back, but blinkers on for the first time. He'll be a little bit closer. Bob Imbra, it looks tough for Give Me 5. He's drawn wide. Barrier number 10 with Carousel.
We're going to hear more about Give Me 5 right now with Frankie Law. Frankie, Give Me 5's taken a liking to racing at Happy Valley also.
Yes, but unfortunately, this time he draw 10, yes.
Had a wide draw there a couple of starts ago, but it's a race where there's a lot of pace, so that might help you slot in back in the field?
I hope so, because you can see he have 2 times draw 1, he finished good, and the 1 time draw 10, but at that day, the track's a little bit soft, so the jockeys tell me maybe he don't like the track. I hope tomorrow, if the track is firm, maybe better for him.
He seems to be an improving type. Has that come with racing or maturity or a little bit of both?
Yeah, both. And I hope if off season he get put on more weight, I think should be good for him. Yeah.
Give Me 5.
Thank you.
Frankie Law there talking Give Me 5. We move on to our next one, Paul. This is Lean Master. He's found form over the 1200 metres. Trailed the speed here, led 2 starts ago. Extra weight this week, but can he figure again?
I think he can. He's going really well, this horse. I've got him in for sure. I think he's going to have to take a trail behind Happy Horse because he's a little bit speedier over the distance. Look, he's been racing really well. He was a beaten favourite here. He's been favourite in his last 3 starts, in fact, and has won 1 of them and been placed in the other 2. So, yeah, he goes in.
And Prince of Porty is our final replay. Yet to do much at Happy Valley, but we know he is a horse with plenty of ability. This is his last start, 3rd at Sha Tin over the 1200.
Blinkers on for the first time from a low draw. There's a couple of positives there. He's drawn barrier number 1. Those cheek pieces will come off. These you won't recognise them because they won't be there, but they'll have blinkers on them instead. So, look, he's definitely capable. He did win his first 2 starts here in Hong Kong. His last one was off a rating of 57, and he's on that rating now. So, look, I think he's capable. He has been declared a roarer in the past, so that's one little negative.
He's had a quiet trial too since that race. He ran 5th of 5, not pushed behind Ernest Feeling at Chung Fa. Does he figure in the numbers?
I've got to put him on top, actually, Prince of Porty. I think he can win from a low draw. Barrier number 1, Hugh Bowman aboard, Lean Master. I'm going to put Happy Horse in, but the last 200 metres you're going to have to close your eyes. And then Nebraskan has been racing better, and he's getting there. He's only had the 5 starts, the son of Schnitzel, and he's got Zach Burton aboard. 3, 4, 9 and 2.
That is race number 7. It is the first leg of the late treble. Race 8 has not 1, but 2 scratchings. Unfortunately, Youthful Deal and Happy United have come out, so 2 and 6 scratched from the 8th. Sugar at the tops, coming back to the 1,000 metres. Youthful Spirit's last start winner carries an extra £9. Atomic Forces won off a rating of 77. Real Elegance, a last start winner. Kaying Cheer comes back in distance. Do Your Part has his first start in Hong Kong, and Rich Horse has the tongue tie going on. And Alpha One led at Sha Tin and leads at Happy Valley, Paul.
Yeah, look, he showed really good gate speed, didn't he, when he came across to the rail over the 1,000 metres at Sha Tin. He did lead in his races in Australia. I think he can lead here as well. Do Your Part, he went forward in his overseas races. He's only a little chap. He's £9.98 for his debut run. Kaying Chairs should get a nice run. Youthful Spirits, blinkers back on, Sugar, Motorman, Red Elegance, and then the back to Atomic Force and Rich Horse.
Our first replay did have 3 runners in it getting into the race, but Happy United has been withdrawn, so we only need to focus on Youthful Spirits and Atomic Force. He got a bit keen over 1,200 metres, but he seems just to be able to run freely over 1,000 and run it strongly. But what about with the extra weight on this week?
Look, I think from barrier 1, he's not going to have to work too hard. I think they'll hold him up a little bit for a run with these sort of speedsters in the race. He's going really well. He won with plenty in hand here. I think he's quite a promising horse, so I think he's definitely an opportunity.
He sounds like he's going to be hard to beat. We'll find out shortly. Red Elegance, Paul, he hasn't been as good in Class 3 as what he had in Class 4, but Wins strongly over 1,000 metres here. Matthew Chadwick on board. Douglas White, he's 1 for 1 course and distance too.
Yeah, so look, he goes in the numbers as well. He's going really well. He's got barrier number 4, got to the middle of the track, and he really stretched out nicely, and he won with plenty in hand here. So I thought it was a really nice win from him, and the horse that ran second has come out and run well once again, hasn't he? Which was Mark Comet, just beaten last time.
He was indeed. That is that replay. We've got Ka Ying Cheer, who's been going close over 1,200 metres, either just coming up short or someone running him down. Is he the sort of horse that's going to like 1,000 metres?
I think he does. He seems that way, doesn't he? He looks that way with him. They're going to run along. He should get himself into the trail, I think, just in behind the pace. He'll get his opportunity once again. And look, he was just nabbed late here as well. So, look, I think the 1,000 will suit him. So, look, he goes in for me as well.
It's a good report for Ka Ying Cheer. We've got one more to have a look at. Moto Man is coming off a somewhat disappointing first start. His trial form had been okay. Alpha One strips fitter, showed a lot of pace down the straight. Have you got either of these two in going around to Bend?
No. Alpha One would probably be the one of the two, though, because I thought he stayed on really nicely here for 4th. And I did put him in my numbers on this day. It was just the wide draw, and he's just going to have to work to get across. That was just my little concern with him. But I thought Motor Man looked a bit green. He was a bit disappointed. Little bit disappointing there because there was support for him.
There was. So we'll leave them be and go who?
Going to go with the 3 here, Youthful Spirits. I think from an inside barrier draw is going to be perfect for him. Ka Ying Cheer can sit behind the pace. Red Elegance, last night winner. One we haven't talked about, Sugar. Blinkers go back on him. Alfred Chan will take a little bit of weight off his back, and he does know this horse very well. Barrier 6, 3, 8, 7 and 1.
Zach Purton to provide Mark Newnham with another winner in his first season of training with Youthful Spirits for Paul in the second last. Race number 9, and we wrap it up at Happy Valley for the season at 10 minutes to 11 o'clock with a very in-form, awesome fluke at the top of the book. Hemron steps to the 1800, as does Supreme Agility. Flamingo Trillions won his last 2 over the course and distance. Romantic Lau's raced Whitey's last 2. We have Romantic Charm making his Happy Valley debut. G-Line has been racing well, but it's been on the all-weather. He's placed once on the turf at Sha Tin, but is going to lead, Paul.
Yeah, he likes to go forward, doesn't he? From a good draw, he should be able to get there. Flamingo Trillions, the alternative leader. Samarkand goes forward. Escape Route goes forward, but drawn wide. So there's a big run to that first bend, though, so they'll try and get themselves into positions. Awesome Fluke should get a nice enough run with Hamron. Supreme Agility rising from ashes will get back with Romantic Lau, I think.
Frankie's back again to talk about Flamingo Trillion. Frankie, must have been good to see this race in the program at Happy Valley for Flamingo Trillion.
Yes, he win 2 times in Happy Valley, so that's why this is last chance for him.
Do we just overlook that last race at Sha Tin? He just got a bit too much pressure in the lead?
Yes, you can see some horse just keep pushing him, so he cannot relax. So I think this is a problem in Sha Tin, yeah.
Back to Happy Valley. Why has it been he's raced better there? He's raced okay at Sha Tin, but why does he seem to like Happy Valley better?
You know, everything need to try. And I try him in Happy Valley, but he won good. So that's why I put him in Happy Valley. You know, sometimes Happy Valley maybe a little bit weak than Sha Tin.
He likes to race forward, but you have a wide draw. Will you be keen to push forward from that wide draw again?
I think he's a little bit one pace. So, and in this race, I think they have 2 or 3 horses maybe go forward. Depends by if he jump good, I don't mind lead or sit second, third, yeah.
And you've been happy with his work since that last run. You've given him quite a time to get over that race at Sha Tin.
Yeah, he looks good. Still keep his good form now.
That is a Flamingo Trillion, Paul. This horse, this was a massive win by Awesome Fluke last time. Did it tough. He is coming back in trip to the 1800 metres and does have extra weight, but this was some victory at Sha Tin.
Isn't he going well, this horse? He's won his last 2. He won the West Australian Derby when he was known as Awesome John. He's come over here. Ricky Yu hasn't had him for too long, but he's got the horse going really nicely. He's drawn well on barrier number 3, so he's going to have to be a chance again, I think he's now a two-time winner from his 10 starts. They were the last two, and he just kept kicking and kicking. So, yeah, I think he's definitely a chance.
He did run third behind Flamingo Trillion over the 1,800 metres 3 starts ago at his first appearance for trainer Ricky Yu. Semican's had a pretty busy season and has been green-lamped time and time again. We haven't seen him, though. He's been given a little bit of time between races, about a month or so. Has had a trial. Jerry Chow on board for David Hayes. Have you got him in the mix here?
I haven't, but I have got Supreme Agility, and the one in the yellow jacket there, you can see missing the gap there. He went back to the inside and he finished off really strongly. Now, he's for Pierre Ung's got him. He's only had the 3 starts, one of them at Happy Valley when he did run 4th, so he's the one I'll definitely take out of this. Look, Semican has been consistent, but I just wonder if he's sort of just needs a little bit of ratings relief.
And that is our second last replay and our last to prove that Supreme Agility can get around Happy Valley okay. Here he is running 4th from a mile back. An extra 150 metres here. Hemron, Romantic Lau also in this replay.
Yeah, and I've got all 3 of these horses in. I think this is quite a good form race for this particular one back here at Happy Valley. And you can see Supreme Agility was giving the other 2 or 3 lengths here, and he finished off really nicely. Chain of Gold was looking for a win here. He'd been sort of leading up to that. But you can see him finishing off really nicely, finishing alongside Hemron, who was really well supported that night as well.
He was indeed, but it's all about the extra distance for Supreme Agility this week.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to really be suited by that. So he'll go on top, so Supreme Agility. I do like him in this race. He's number 3. To beat Awesome Fluke, Hemron and Romantic Lau. 3, 1, 2 and 7 in the lucky last.
And that's it for the Happy Valley preview for this season. Paul with Pierre and Zach to take the last. We have 9 races on the B course for meeting number 87, getting underway slightly earlier at 6:35.